of health. And once we understand about the human body, about the coexistence of self and body, about how to communicate with our body, how to know whether we are healthy or unhealthy, and why should we stay healthy, the purpose of holistic health. And once we know that there is harmony inside our body, harmony in the mother nature, harmony between us and the entire nature, and once we understand the principles governing the body, then it is time for applying these principles in our day-to-day life. This blue part is about the application part. And in the application part, you will see that there is one part which is keeping the body and mind in harmony, body and self in harmony. So what to do regularly so that we will always stay in harmony without encountering any kind of diseases, any difficulties, any disturbances inside our both body and mind. So the second part is returning back to harmony whenever there is a disturbance in harmony. So in far initial stages only, body tries to tell us that there is some kind of disturbance which might cause a bigger disease if not corrected in time. So if we understand the art of communicating with our own body, we will be able to detect small disturbances very early, in a very early stage, and we will be able to correct those disturbances by correcting our diet, correcting our lifestyle, adding some fasting, pranayam, asanas and all those things. So just by understanding what body is trying to communicate, we will be able to keep ourselves healthy even if there is a small disturbance arising. So that is a returning back to harmony part. So in the keeping body and mind in harmony part, there are again two things. One is nurturing the body and another is protecting the body. In nurturing the body, then we have intake, routine, labor, exercise, asana, pranayam, meditation, all these things which will nurture the body. And in the protecting body, choosing the right clothing, right footwear, right shelter, right ventilation, right sunlight. So all these things come under the protecting our body. So in the nurturing part, today we are going to discuss about how we can nurture the body with the help of water. So there is food, there is water, there is air, there is sunlight. All these four things are needed to nurture our body, to give proper nutrition, all the vital nutrients, elements, everything we can get when we take these things in the right way, in the right time, in the right quantity. So what is the quality of water which will help us nurture the body in the right way? How much quantity is needed? How to prepare the water in various seasons to suit the season, to suit our body, to suit various conditions, and to correct small simple ailments. What preparation we can do to the water, and how to consume the water, how much to consume, and when to consume, how to consume, all these things we will discuss today. Food we have discussed so many times, so today we will discuss about water. So we need to understand about the quality of the water, quantity, sanskar is preparation, and principles of consumption also. So 70% of human body is filled with water. Water is life of living organisms. It is a source of health, and if taken in pure form at right time and appropriate quantity, it will always help us stay in the state of health. But the same water, if taken in impure form at the wrong time, wrong quantity, it will cause disturbance in our overall well-being. This is just a translation from a Sanskrit sloka in Ayurveda. So why do we need water? How does water help us? So, water is very essential for thermoregulation. We human beings maintain normal temperature at all times, even in extreme conditions. Even when we are present in a place where temperature is below zero, even then temperature inside our body will be maintained at normal temperature level. Otherwise, many cells die, many enzymes they stop working if the temperature falls below a certain degree, and if the temperature rises above a certain degree when in hot temperature, etc., then also many body tissues get damaged and destroyed. So body tries to keep the internal temperature always constant in all weathers, in all conditions, in all temperatures, in all places. So for that thermoregulation to happen in a right way, we need water. Of course, water helps in lubricating and cushioning the joints. In all the joints between every two bones which are moving against each other, there is cartilage, and inside the cartilage around 80% of it is fluid, and that fluid will be nourished if you take proper water. It also protects the spinal cord and other sensitive tissues. So sensitive tissues, body has a great mechanism in which keeps the body keeps the sensitive tissues in afloat in some fluids like spinal fluid and all. So for that also water is needed. Water, if you are taking proper intake of water is happening, then body, the help of the water, it tries to get rid of waste from each and every cell of the body through urination, perspiration, through bowel movement, like that. So it also helps in maintaining the cellular homeostasis. So maintaining this homeostasis is a very important aspect of human body. Like I've told you about the thermoregulation, there are so many things which maintain at certain level always, irrespective of the outside conditions. And there is this very small range which is normal, and if anything comes below normal or goes above normal, a lot of diseases happen. So maintaining homeostasis is very important for the human body, and for that water is important. And also it helps in maintaining the vascular volume. The blood volume drastically decreases if there is dehydration, if there is less intake of water or a lot of perspiration without intake of water. Blood becomes less in volume, and if that happens, the load on the heart, you know, heart a function will get affected, and nourishment to the cells and tissues of various organs will get affected. So maintaining vascular volume is very important. For that water is needed, and water is also a transport medium, so it provides nutrients to each and every cell of the body. So water is needed, and we all know the importance of water. But unfortunately, people don't understand when the body is trying to communicate and ask about water. Only when the tongue becomes dry, when they feel very, dizzy, then they know that, oh, I'm not taking enough water, and then they drink. Otherwise, every time when the body needs water, it tries to communicate in a special way, and that will help us understand how much water is needed by the body based on the communication from the body. So let us know how to understand this art of communication. And then, so nowadays, rainwater harvesting is a thing which many people are doing, particularly if you're living in a city which is not so polluted. So some people are nicely collecting that water, storing it, filtering it, and using it for drinking purpose. And it is happening in many places. And if tap water is healthy, is safe for drinking in your area, drinking tap water is advised. unless the water which you get from the municipal tap is contaminated or full of some unwanted chemicals, and that you can get tested it. There is the groundwater department in every city, so you can take your water sample and ask them to test the water whether it is potable or not, whether it is drinkable or not. And if you have a water body like well or pumping underground water, you can test the purity of the water and various ingredients it is having. And if they certify that the water is fit for drinking, then you can consume that water. So if you feel thirsty and you don't drink water, that is a disaster, a recipe for a disaster. And you're feeling thirsty, but you're eating food. You're feeling hungry, but you're drinking water. All these things will result in abdominal diseases. So many gastroenteric diseases can happen. So World Health Organization estimates that globally at least 2 billion people are using drinking water source contaminated with feces, and contaminated water and poor sanitation are linked to. So poor sanitation is linked to transmission of diseases like cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, hepatitis. Shashikant ji, you have raised your hand. You want to ask any question?
Namaste ji, namaste ji.
Namaste.
Is it okay if we drink tender coconut when we are thirsty? Because I have no water bottle at the time. So can we drink coconut water?
Yeah, you
tender
can.
Coconut.
Yes, definitely. Coconut water.
It won't cause any acidic condition, no?
No, definitely not.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. So nowadays, people are consuming water which is purified by reverse osmosis and ultraviolet rays. So recently, some scientific research papers are saying that reverse osmosis technique is bad for health. Water purified by RO is not so good. So scientific community is still discussing the safety of water purified by techniques like reverse osmosis and UV rays, as many studies are indicating that water purified by above methods is often harmful to health. So what is the alternative? You can ask me what I am doing. So this is one scientific research paper, Association of Vitamin B12 Deficiency and Use of Reverse Osmosis Processed Water for Drinking, a cross-sectional study from Western India. So there are so many scientific papers like this. Demineralization of water, is it prudent? So many scientific papers are not advising us to drink water from reverse osmosis units. So I will tell you what I am doing, and also suggest you various ways to choose the best water. A recommended pH of drinking water is between 6.5 to 8.5. Most beverages, alcohol, and other drinks are acidic in nature, and they often harm us by reducing our blood pH. So if it comes down below 6.5, the blood pH becomes, blood becomes acidic. It can cause a lot of damage to several organs. And too much alkalinity is also not so good. So mildly alkaline water is good actually. Excessive alkalinity is also not so good. So chilling water often inhibits production of enzymes, reduces digestive strength, and disturbs our health. So it is always advisable not to drink refrigerated water, particularly people with some digestive disturbances. It can become a poison for people with digestive disturbances, low appetite, disturbance in the gastroenteric system. Normal temperature water is usually healthy, and it will not interrupt any metabolic functions of our body. Consuming hot water regularly, it helps in strengthening our digestive system and immune system. So lots and lots of research is there on the efficacy of hot water in increasing our appetite, in reducing the fat, in cleansing our intestines. So many functions. We will discuss about the hot water also. And there are so many minerals in this water like calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, bicarbonate, iron, zinc, which are all important for our body. Though minerals are helpful to the body in many ways, water we use must be analyzed to check if these minerals are present in optimum level or not. Even if they are useful minerals, if they are in excess quantity, then they can be harmful to the body. That's why we need to test the water we are consuming to see if they are fit for drink, the water is fit for drinking or not. And when we purchase this packaged drinking water, packaged in plastic bottles, many plastic containers contain bisphenol A or BPA. This chemical can enter into the water stored in plastic containers, and it can interfere with normal hormonal function of human body. Microplastics, tiny plastic particles are another potential concern. Scientists have identified microplastics in packaged drinking water, which can pose serious health risks if taken in excess quantity. So it's very important for us to avoid packaged drinking water. Do not buy water packaged in plastic containers for your home, while you travel, anytime. It is very important for us to avoid plastic water stored in plastic containers. So these are all the diseases which can affect human body if this BPA, bisphenol A, which is present in the plastic, enters our water or enters our food. So these are all the different diseases. Like BPA is an endocrine disruptor. And the strongest effects of BPA are during early development. If your kids are drinking water which is stored in plastic vessels, they might get defects in the developmental anomalies might happen. This BPA can mimic estrogen, like it can mimic like hormones inside the body and cause disturbances in the hormonal balance. And BPA can cause obesity, neurological diseases, thyroid dysfunction, cancer risk, breast cancer, prostate cancer, neuroblastoma can result due to the ingestion of BPA through water, through food, from plastic. There can be reproductive anomalies like disturbance in the ovarian development in ladies, DNA alterations related to estrogen, heart diseases, diabetes, growth, reproduction, and development of aquatic organs, even so this BPA, because we are throwing all these plastic covers and plastic bottles and all the plastic things in the water bodies. So the fish and aquatic animals living in water, rivers and seas and lakes, there we have seen disturbances in the growth, the production, development of aquatic organisms, including fish, invertebrates, and amphibians. And if human beings eat such kind of aquatic animals, they in turn will get so many diseases. So such is the danger of this BPA, which is present in plastic. So whether you put your hot food in a plastic tiffin box or a hot box with a plastic lid, or you store food in plastic containers or store water in plastic containers, there is a risk of this BPA entering your body through the water and food. So please avoid storing anything related to intake which enters your body should not be stored in plastic. Any plastic container in your kitchen should be discarded immediately. Even uncooked food, dal, rice, all these things, please do not store them in plastic containers. You might ask me, then how about all the items which are available in supermarkets? All are packaged in plastic covers and all. So avoid supermarkets, go to a nearby vendor who still packs and gives in paper covers, or take your own cloth cover and collect for items pulses, legumes and all things from the nearby store without the need of packaging in plastic. So thereby you are not only helping yourself, you are also helping the mother nature. So our blood, brain and heart are almost 75% water. Lungs are 83% water. Bones which we think are solid, like iron frame, they're almost 1/3 water. So staying properly hydrated is necessary to keep our body healthy. But what happens when we get too little or too much water? It is a proven fact that too little or too much water is harmful to health. We need water for things like lubricating joints, regulating temperature. And when we don't get enough water, our brains shrink and our bodies will have, they have to work harder. But when we have too much of water, our cells swell. And in extreme cases, it can lead to death also. So too much of water or too little water is unhealthy. Normally, the requirement among different age groups is being shown in the slide. We can say 2 to 4 liters is the range for, we can say that is the exact range. But still, it is completely personalized. It's different from person to person, from place to place, from season to season. So we need to understand how to decide how much quantity to drink in each every day. And this is purely based on the knowledge which we get from these sessions, and also the information we get from our body. Depending upon what it is trying to communicate, we need to adjust and decide the quantity of water for our well-being. If you are drinking too little water, obviously you'll feel dry mouth, you'll feel thirsty. Regularly, if you are drinking less water, your urine color will be much darker. You'll feel dizzy, you'll feel a lot of headache, you'll feel tired, lethargic. All these things are indications of less intake of water. So you might not feel thirsty, but if you're feeling dizzy, if your brain is like it's feeling spacey, empty, if you're getting frequent headaches, if you're feeling tired, all these can be the indications of less intake of water. You can understand that your body is asking for more water. If you are drinking excess water, you might feel nausea, vomiting sensation, sometimes even excess loose motions also, if you are drinking water in excess quantity. Some people, they stay in some AC office, they don't do a lot of activity, but they think that water is very important. They keep some 3-4 bottles on their desk and they keep on drinking water without even having any requirement. That is also harmful. So these are the factors we need to consider while determining the right quantity of water intake. So first thing is body constitution. We all have different constitutions. In fact, Ayurveda divides people into 7 broad groups, and there are so many other permutations and combinations. But as far as water is concerned, if your body is hot type, pitta type, with excess heat inside, you sweat a lot, you tend to get dehydrated a lot, you feel thirsty a lot. So your body type is hot body type and your body demands more and more water. So wherever you're living, whatever you're doing, you need to consume more water than another person with a quantity, with a constitution of kapha type, cold constitution, body which tends to retain more water, which doesn't do a lot of perspiration, which doesn't lose water. For them, too much drinking water can cause many troubles. So according to the body constitution, you need to decide whether you have to drink a lot of water or average quantity of water. And the kind of physical activity we do a lot, if you're doing a lot of physical activity, going to a gym, doing some exercise, doing walking, doing gardening, or if your nature of work itself involves a lot of physical activity like agriculture or some other any outdoor activity under the sun, obviously the physical activity demands more and more water because you perspire a lot, lose a lot of water during the physical activity. You need to consume more and more water. That easily you will be able to understand the body is trying to communicate about the need of water. And again, the season, cold season, when the body is not perspiring a lot and retaining a lot of water inside, you will consume less water. And during the hot seasons, when the perspiration is more, dehydration is more, you'll be consuming more and more quantity of water. So these are a few things which will decide how much quantity of water is needed. And during the night time, if you are drinking a lot of water before sleep, that will cause a lot of discomfort because you will be waking up in the night time again and again for urination. So when the sun is hot, body needs more hydration. So there is one traditional practice of drinking water before sunrise to maintain good health. That is called Ushopana. Many people call it water therapy also. People drink some 1 to 2 liters of water the moment they get up. In Ayurveda, they say that you need to consume larger quantity of water during the Brahmi Muhurta. That is before sunrise. And Ayurveda also says after sunrise, you should not drink large quantities of water. And why is it so? After sunrise, when the sun is rising, the enzymatic activity will start inside the body in tune with the circadian rhythm of the body. Body tries to be in tune with Mother Nature. So body starts secreting lots of enzymes when the sun is out there, when the sun is rising. Lot of activity happens, enzymatic activity happens, and when that is happening, if you are drinking excess water, all these enzymes which get secreted will be flushed out of the body, diluted inside the body. So you should not drink lots and lots of quantity of water, like 1 liter, 2 liter at a time when after the sunrise. Unfortunately, many people, they get up after sunrise and they think water therapy is beneficial and they drink 1 or 2 liters of water after getting up from the bed. That is after sunrise. That will be harmful. If you want to do water therapy, if you want to consume a lot of lot of water at a time, 1 liter to 2 liters, that should be done, performed only before sunrise. So we need to learn this art of communicating with our own body. Body will tell us when it needs water and how much it needs. We need to be more and more aware of our body. Just observe when it is thirsty. Just observe when it is feeling weak. Just observe when there is fatigue. Just observe when the mind is becoming dull and lethargic. So whenever it happens, nourish it with water. So how to prepare this water for consumption? So Ishrat Miraji is asking, is it necessary to have lukewarm water only? No, it is not a mandatory thing. Normal temperature water also can be taken. But it is strongly advised that you don't take refrigerated water. Chilled water will not be healthy. It will cause so many negative, harmful changes inside the body. So better to avoid chilled water. Normal temperature water is good. Lukewarm water is better. Hot water is best. So depending upon your convenience, you can choose. But even if you want to drink normal temperature water, if you can boil it once properly early in the morning and you can have the water whole day, that will be great, because just by heating the body, heating the water and consuming it You can improve your immune system. You can improve your digestive system. Hot water consumption relieves nasal congestion, blocked nose, throat congestion, throat infection. It can reduce constipation. It will reduce stomach pain. It will prevent premature aging. It helps in weight loss. Consumption of hot water helps in weight loss. It increases blood circulation. It removes toxins from the body. And if you go to World Health Organization website, there you'll find a chart which shows how to heat water in order to kill various bacteria and viruses in the water. Like each bacteria dies at a certain temperature. So if you heat water for certain time period at certain temperature, so many bacteria will die. Like that, there's a big chart in the website of World Health Organization. So most of the bacteria and viruses that die just by heating the water. Remaining bacteria and viruses will die if you store the water in copper vessel. So, but just by store, this is a traditional practice in India, storing water in copper vessels. So that's very useful, beneficial. We'll see what all benefits we'll get from storing water. Feel very thirsty in nights, and how can I avoid it? Though I have water before going to sleep too. Yeah, it's like, see, when you feel thirsty, it's like body is demanding more water, but do not drink excess quantity of water. Like just because you are feeling thirsty, just don't drink a full bottle or a half-liter bottle. Drink sips of water frequently till you go to sleep, not excess quantity of water. Sometimes pitta people have excess heat inside the body. Suddenly they wake up at night with a lot of perspiration and then they need water. So for such people, water is important. For such people, the water you consume can be made compatible with your hot body, and that preparation of the water with simple herbs will help in reducing the excess pitta, and this excess thirst and excess perspiration can be reduced and brought down to normalcy. That I will tell you in this session only how to do that. So storing water in copper vessels. If you store water in copper vessel and drink it, it helps in increasing the digestive strength. It also aids in weight loss. And if you drink water stored in copper vessel, that itself will work like a medicine and helps in healing the wounds faster. Even we advise washing the wounds with water stored in copper vessel. Drinking water stored in copper vessel slows down the aging process. It helps in maintaining the heart health and it beats hypertension. So heart will become strong and efficient if you drink water stored in copper vessel. It also reduces the risk of cancer. It protects us from various infections because copper is a very effective antimicrobial metal. It also regulates the working of thyroid gland. People who have hormonal imbalance, especially thyroid problem, can drink water stored in copper vessels. It will regulate the working of thyroid gland. People with joint pains can drink this water because it beats arthritis and inflamed joints. And many people with various skin conditions, especially vitiligo, white patches on the skin, For them, water stored in copper vessel is very healthy. It helps in producing melanin. Once melanin gets produced, the white patches become normal color. So those people, it is very effective. It also beats anemia. So just by storing water in copper vessel and drinking can maintain your hemoglobin level properly. There are many studies which show that copper, storing water in copper can kill so many bacteria and viruses. Yes. So this is one important topic. How can we prepare the water in such a way that it will help in various seasons, in various conditions, just by adding few simple herbs? We need not, uh, you know, do decoctions or some medicated these things to um, prepare the water. All these herbs are available in our own kitchen, and just by adding these spices and heating the water, we will be able to wonderfully modify the water to enhance various functions of various organs. So just while boiling the water itself, you can add spices and herbs. They will purify and enhance the properties of water. So if you add the jeera seeds, cumin seeds to water while boiling, this water, if you consume, it will help in improving our digestive strength. It will reduce abdominal pain. It removes mucus which is accumulated in the chest. It also reduces the pain in women during menstrual cycle. So ginger, if you add ginger or dry ginger powder while boiling the water, because ginger has been used for centuries as a remedy for treating cramps, nausea, flatulence, bad digestion. So adding ginger will improve blood circulation and has this the water enhanced with the ginger. It has anti-inflammatory property, so it reduces pains, and it is also having antiviral properties also. So ginger water is good, jeera water is good. Then adding cinnamon, dalchini, it regulates blood sugar level. People with diabetes, they can just add little cinnamon to water while boiling it. And it also helps in reducing fat. And it is also a remedy against viruses. So they will kill the virus, cinnamon will kill virus, and also it improves digestion also. If you can add clove to the water, clove also helps in treating problems arising in organs related to digestive system. And also this clove fights against so many parasites inside the body. So adding clove is also healthy. Adding lemon, lime, just by adding lemon to the water, lemon is a rich source of vitamin C. It's an antioxidant. It neutralizes these free radicals. All the free radicals which get accumulated inside the body, which can disturb the chemical reactions taking place inside the body, which get accumulated because of various reasons, because of the bad lifestyle, because we don't eat in time, we don't sleep in time, we don't get up in time, we don't do physical activity, we don't expose our body to sunlight, we keep our mind healthy, we feel anger, irritation, fear, anxiety, disturbance in the mind, mental stability, mental stress. All these things, including pollution, all these things will cause the accumulation of free radicals or endotoxins. So these free radicals can be neutralized by drinking lemon water every day. So of course, lemon water will also clean the body. It helps in digestion. Adding mint leaves to the water will reduce stomach pain. Mint leaves also activate the salivary glands inside our mouth and helps in digestion of the food. So I told you that I'll tell you about adding a specific herb to reduce the excessive pitta, which will reduce excessive thirst and perspiration. And that is called Sariva, or Hemidismus indicus is the botanical name. Sariva, in Andhra Pradesh, they make nice drink out of this Sariva. We call it Sugandhi in Telugu. Sugandhi soda, Sugandhi palu, like that. They make a nice drink during the summer season. And people drink it to avoid sunstroke, to avoid excess heat, to reduce excess heat and to get cooling effect. So this is a great herb available everywhere, in not just in Ayurvedic shops, even normal regular shops also we get it in Visakhapatnam, in our place in Andhra Pradesh. So this is a regular herb available all over India. All you have to do is take a little powder of this herb, add it into the water and boil it well and drink that water. Especially during summer season, it is advisable for everyone. Even normal seasons also, people who are having excess heat inside the body, for them, this acts like amrita, like a wonderful medicine, and reduces the excess heat, excess thirst, excess perspiration. And Sariva is also useful in reducing so many skin diseases. It actually purifies blood, this Sariva. So that is something we all can do. And then, so this is about adding spices to the water. So can all be used together. The water prepared can be used whole day. So see, depending upon the need, you can use these things. Maybe ginger, jeera. If you are using ginger, jeera, cinnamon, clove, all, then to reduce the excess hotness of all these herbs, you need to add dhania. Dhania is again cooling in nature. So coriander seeds. And you can also add Sariva. Here's all we can add. It is a root herb for diabetic people. Can it be used? If do you mean Sariva? Sariva is a root, and all the diabetic people can safely use it. Yeah, the drinks which are available in the market, they contain excessive sugar. That is not good. But if you prepare this decoction of this Sariva at home, happily you can use it. Even if for diabetic people, it is advisable. Okay. There are so many myths and controversies about consumption of water. People have questions about consuming water in relation with consumption of food. So we need to understand the principles, and we need to take the help of science. Many doubts can be cleared with scientific understanding of principles of consumption of water. So in relation with food, many people say that we should not drink even a single drop of water while eating food. Is it true or false? That we will examine today. That we will try to understand. See, Gupta ji is asking about water boiled in a kettle. See, if the kettle is having, safe neutral material, made up of neutral material like steel or glass. I don't know what it is there. The water should not touch harmful metals like aluminum. So kettle mostly, I think it is made up of steel inside, which is okay, no problem. If someone makes a copper kettle, that will be great. So you can use Gupta ji, water boiled in kettle. So now the question, the most controversial topic I'm trying to address: should we drink water while consuming food? Let us see what is a tradition, what does Ayurveda say, and what does modern science say. Dr. Shiva is asking, does brass or bronze, both are copper alloys, often contain harmful lead, antimony, tin, etc.? Sir, cooking in brass vessels is actually a great tradition coming from so many years, and people who cook food in the brass vessels, they were very healthy. So maybe the way the alloy is there is not reacting with the water, not reacting with the food. So we need not worry about cooking in water, boiling in bronze vessels, brass vessels, I think. So there are no scientific studies which are showing negative effects of boiling water in brass. But a lot of research went into the copper thing, because copper, not just in Ayurveda, traditionally we use copper basma in many skin diseases, many like an antibiotic, so many infections we use copper. But now the modern science also accepts that water boiled in copper vessels is useful in so many diseases. So yes, and Dr. Ganesh Chattopadhyay ji, you want to ask any questions, sir? So, okay. In relation with food, it's very important topic. Please try to understand.
Hello, namaste.
Namaste, Ganesh ji.
Namaste to all of you.
Namaste.
That copper jug actually we use to take water. Is it okay all the time?
Yeah, it is
Copper
okay
jug.
all the time. All the time.
Means all over the year actually, all the months, no problem. But I read one article few months. I cannot remember exactly all now. That sometimes it is
Generally,
not
they
good.
say, in summer use a earthen vessel. In rainy season, use a copper vessel.
Acha.
Like that in another season, brass vessel. Like that, there is also a saying. But
Acha.
I can assure you, throughout the year, you can use copper vessel.
Acha.
Yes.
Good.
Sir.
Acha. Another thing, as you are talking about the brass. Brass means actually the pittal, na? Pittal, as you say.
Pittal.
Pittal, na? Kasa. Kasa means in Bengali.
Yeah. Yes.
Acha. It is good also.
Good.
Acha. Nowadays, you know that I do follow that even that मिट्टी का जो है ना,
मिट्टी,
that for keeping water, storing water.
Yes.
मिट्टी वाला.
Yeah, mitti wala pot, earthen pot.
Soil.
Yes, sir. Earthen pot.
Earthen. Yes, earthen pot. It is good. Means it is storing water only.
Yeah, it is good, sir. It is very good.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. So this most important topic of whether to have water or not have water during eating food is very important. Let us see what Ayurveda says. Ayurveda says, Bhaktasyadav jalampetam agnisadak krasangatam ante karoti sthulatvam urdhvam cha amasyam gatam madhye madhyagatam samyam dhatunam jiranam sukham. Ayurveda says that if you drink excessive water just before having food, it will dilute all the enzymes. It will not allow the food and micronutrients to get absorbed inside the body, which will cause malnourishment in the body. And if you drink water, excess water at the end of having food, ante karoti, then it will disturb the metabolism, particularly fat metabolism. It will cause obesity. Madhye madhyagatam samyam dhatunam jeranam sukham. If you drink little water while having the food, it will help in better digestion and better absorption of food. So there we have the controversy. Many people say that you should not even drink a single drop of water while having food. Let us see the tradition also. Like when you give naivedya to God, after giving the naivedya, you will say madhye madhye amrtapaniyam samarpayami. Even while giving food to the God also, you are giving little water for his better digestion. Why is that? Is it scientific or not? Let us see. So we have taste buds. Taste buds, they help us understand the taste of the food, but they will also help the brain understand the chemical composition of the food. Taste buds are wonderful chemical analyzers. We use different kinds of food items. Some foods are alkaline, some foods are acidic, some foods are protein rich, some foods are fat rich, some foods are carbohydrate rich. So for each kind of food to get digested, body should secrete a set of chemical, set of digestive juices, enzymes for better digestion of that particular kind of food. So how does the body now understand what kind of food is coming and how will it secrete the right quantity of right mixture of digestive juices to digest that particular food? So the information goes to the brain from the taste buds, information about the chemical composition of the food. So taste buds are very necessary, very important for the brain to understand the chemical composition so that it will help the body secrete the right combination of digestive juices for the better digestion. So when you eat food, one kind of food, it will be properly analyzed by the taste buds, but while doing that, the taste buds get covered with that particular kind of food. So then you eat another kind of food, which is different kind of food, which is having different chemical composition. For example, in a typical South Indian regular meal, first you eat some chitrannam, lemon rice, something like that, which is or tamarind rice, which is acidic in nature. Then you eat dal, rice with dal, but the tongue taste buds are coated with chitrannam. So the information goes to brain that chitrannam is coming. Then you eat rice with sabji, information to brain, chitrannam is coming. Rice with sambar, chitrannam is coming. Rice with rasam, chitrannam is coming. Rice with curd, chitrannam is coming. You eat sweet, chitrannam is coming. So information gets distorted because the taste buds are covered with chitrannam only. Ayurveda says whenever the taste changes, whenever the different kind of food items you take, then between you take a sip of water so that the water will flush the taste buds and will allow the next kind of food item to touch the taste buds for chemical analysis so that the brain will get the proper information. So little quantity sips of water in between to flush the taste buds is very important. And of course, if the food is having only solid food, like in typical South Indian meal, we take rasam, sambar, buttermilk, all those things, which is enough liquid food. But if you take only some rice and curry or roti or curry, and there is no liquid at all, and then in between little water consumption will be good, because for the proper churning of this food to make a smooth bolus which can travel through the intestines very easily. So now we know that water consumption is also very little quantity of water consumption during food is important. Excessive water consumption, like we all know, will dilute the enzymes and will not help in digestion. So this is what I have to say. And then Drinking, this is what I've told. Drinking small sips of water in limited quantity while eating food is advisable. It helps in better churning of food in our stomach. So drinking water before sunrise is excessive, a larger quantity of water before sunrise is good. If you drink larger quantity of water after sunrise, it will dilute the enzymes and reduces the digestive strength. Both overhydration and inadequate intake of water is dangerous for health. In general, for healthy individuals, 2 to 3 liters of water is required, maximum 4 liters. Some people drink 8 liters, 10 liters like that. It's very harmful actually. While taking food, one should always avoid excessive drinking of water because it disturbs the normal digestion of food. Traditional method of disinfection and storage of water is good for health. So what am I doing in my home? I boil my water. I get municipal tap water. I boil it and I use traditional filter with candles and all. Previously stainless steel filter which used to their ceramic candles. I use that filter and I place a small copper piece inside the filter. So not small, like copper sheet like thing. So this is what I am doing to ensure proper health of my family. So you can also try different ways, and it is important for us to drink regular water, not the completely purified water, because I have seen many people who regularly drink mineral water. If they mistakenly accidentally drink normal water, immediately they get cold, cough, throat infection, sometimes even stomach disturbances, diarrhea and all those things. So you should be strong enough. For my kids, even when they are very young also, while traveling in train, I used to get water from the railway station taps and make them drink, and they're like normal. Of course, we did this varnaprashna and all to strengthen their immunity. So it's very important for us to strengthen our immunity and lead a life which is rough and tough, and wherever you go, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, wherever you play, whatever weather you are exposed to, you should not catch any kind of disease or this, ill health. Both physically and mentally, we should all stay strong. So that is for today. If you have any questions, we can discuss. It's almost time, 8:30.
Hello, Bhaiya.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Acha, that as you told already, I'm that before sunrise, actually, after waking up, that water, if lukewarm water,
Yes.
empty stomach, it
Yes.
is good.
Yes.
It is good.
Yes, it's very good. Actually, in Ayurveda
Huh.
Bhava Prakash Samhita, it is written Voshopana.
Acha.
Before sunrise, during Brahmi Muhurta, you can drink 8 anjalis of water,
Huh.
around 800 ml to 1000 ml of.
Acha.
You can take lukewarm water. It is rasayana. Rasayanam ya jara vyadhi nasanam. This technique is called rasayana technique. One of the rasayana techniques. Rasayanam is useful in avoiding old age and avoiding diseases. That is what is called rasayana. So this one technique is also one of the many rasayana techniques. So many people drink water to have a free bowel movement. That is also okay. But this water drinking before sunrise is the rasayana technique, which will help us
Acha,
avoid disease.
Bhaiya,
Yes. Yes.
I have seen in case of, say, the stomach is not functioning properly, same thing, maybe the food is more than I need. Sometimes that, say, it is stomach is not functioning well, then I have taken that. I used to take sometimes the water, little boiled water, means that, oh, lukewarm water. But after 15, 20 minutes, I see I get certain relief actually. I
Yes,
do
yes,
not know.
that is 100% true, sir.
Huh.
In fact,
Acha.
whenever you have some food which is heavy,
Acha.
It will be very helpful if you drink hot water and during
Acha.
that day.
Hmm.
If you observe people
Hmm.
from Kerala, if there are any in this group, they can share
Acha.
their experience. In Kerala, they use a lot of non-vegetarian food. Still,
Hmm.
their digestive strength is very strong because they always drink hot water.
Acha.
Even during hot summer, also they drink hot water.
Acha.
Any season, even if you go to a hotel and ask for water, they'll give hot water. By
Hmm.
default, water means hot water only.
Uh-huh.
And they purify the water with so many herbs also.
Hmm.
So you can see that colored water in many hotels I have seen when I was in Kerala. I saw that people have a special, vessel and special stove to always boil the water. Always hot water is ready.
Hmm. Acha, another thing, Bhaiya, I think that the cold drinks, etc., or means water kept in the fridge, this is not good for health.
Definitely not
Na-
good, sir.
Ah.
Cold water
Hmm.
reduces the function of enzymes, blocks so many glands which produce so many
Acha.
digestive juices,
Acha.
and solidifies the fat material which is there inside the food, and that becomes sticky and gets stuck to the intestinal walls.
Hmm.
So consuming cold water is not at all advisable.
Hmm. Thank you. So many information actually we got after joining this UHV. Okay, it is of great help for us. Thank you. Acha, I'm not able to see your name, please. If you don't mind, please.
Sir, I am
I'm not
Dr.
able to
Sundar Raj
see.
Perumal.
Huh?
Dr. Sundar Raj Perumal.
Acha, acha. Dr. Sundaraj Parimal.
Yes.
Acha, acha. Okay. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Welcome.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sundaraj Bhaiya, for this interactive enriching session. And let's respect the circadian rhythm. And we'll must like to continue this interactive and informative session more often in the upcoming weeks as well. So let's call it a day. And thanks again, all the participants who have participated interactively. And thanks again, Sundaraj Bhaiya. We'll meet again next Friday for the same. Namaste, everybody. Namaste.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Namaste. Namaste. Good night.
Namaste.
Namaste to all. Parikshit Bhaiya, namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste to all.
Namaste.